hello. Oh, you're both here. Oh, hi. How you doing? I didn't mean to to put you on blast. But thank you so much. How are you all doing? Interior architecture, and the thesis will be about restoration of old wooden houses, specifically houses you found in Northern Europe. That sounds genuinely super interesting. Wow, so restoring old houses. Wow, I actually, gosh, that is what I remember when I used to go to. I used to go to Skansen in Stockholm. For those of you who don't know, it's basically it's an outdoor museum and animal park. But obviously they have like old houses there, but they have moved them and they restored them, and they've got a little bit of information on that. And I always found that like next to the animals, that was like by far the most interesting thing. We're playing more Night in the Woods. Speaking of restoration, we're kind of in a city, or in a town, I should say, that could probably do with some restoration. Possum Spring isn't the healthiest it's ever been, but we have a lot of affection for it anyway, and we're going to return now. More Night in the Woods. I hope everyone in chat is doing lovely. I want to say again a huge thank you, because I just got my second ever Twitch payout. So I just got 50 lovely dollars, and that's all from you. And I do not expect anyone to ever spend any money on these streams whatsoever. I think anything that you give to me, whether that is retweeting my streams, or you're just like being a nice supportive person, or you're watching, or you're lurking, or you're in the chat, or whatever, I appreciate it so much. But if you are giving me money by bits or subs, I seriously cannot thank you enough. So if you have done that, then huge thank you to everyone. I'm going to try to save up and maybe get a capture card so we can do Switch games, because that would be really fun. Away message. Annual harvest play tonight at the Old Pickaxe. Come on and see the haunted history of Possum Springs. Happy Halloween, dude. Get spooked or something. Alright, not much more to... But yeah, it's Halloween. I should have timed this better. We're like two weeks late. This was meant to be timed with Halloween, and then I had to cancel like 4 streams in a row, so I apologize. I work with insulation, and for obvious reasons, we have recently started selling loads to people who want to insulate their homes better. Yeah, no, I can see that. I mean, my house could definitely do with some more insulation, but in the UK, it's just like you just put double glazing and everything, and that's just it. Dad took the boxes out. We're in the crawl space. We've been waiting for this whole time. Oh wait, haha! I know how to open this. Left 45, right 100, left 22, left 90, right 15. Thanks, Grandad. Aha! It's opening. What the hell? It's an old tooth? Yeah, that's a tooth. Grandad put a tooth in a safe in the basement. Well, never know when you'll need an extra tooth. You and me, tooth, we're gonna go far. I'll take it. Mysterious tooth. Yes, all of that build up for the crawl space, and it was a tooth in a safe in a basement. I should probably warn ahead. I usually see all these streams afterwards on YouTube, and the only problem is the Wolf one kind of start up. Oh, thank you. I always wonder who watches them, because I do get views on those. So that's really cool that you watch them. Thank you so much. Hell. Aww. All of you. What'd I do without ya? Also, my controller is really busted today. It's not doing well. Hey, Trash Bird. Beaver, you're free to comment away. You've earned it. Mom seems to be in a better mood today. Hey, Mom. Actually, maybe she isn't. You okay? Sure, hun. You're lying. So, honey, do you feel like talking about school yet? Okay. So what's the story? I just felt like it wasn't where I should be. Oh god, my controller is really not feeling it today. One second. Let me see if I can put in a different USB thing. It might be it's just being wonky. Where you should be? What does that even mean? Ugh, never mind. Let's talk about this later. Any idea when you might want to do that? Because, honey, I'm all ears. I really am dying to find out. Why you decided to up and abandon all the plans we'd made as a family. Geez, Mom. Where's this coming from? You know you're the first Borowski to go to college. Yeah, Mom, I know. I only heard that since I was like 6. Well, honey, we'd been planning for it since you were born. Spent a good 18 years and got into all kinds of trouble just for you to decide you'd rather be here. Might as well have taken all that effort and money and worry and dumped it in a hole. Are you like having one of your mood swings again? Ugh, like I'm the moody one in this house. You are the moody one in this house. Well, enjoy this house while we still have it. What? What's happening to the house? Maybe it just isn't where we should be. Oh, we can tell Mom to F off. But I don't think we're gonna. Mom, this isn't funny. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about anything. Why start now? Go off and do whatever it is you do. You know what? Maybe if I'd had more examples of, getting out and making something of myself. No. No. You do not get to. Maybe you wanted me to get out of here because you never got around to doing it yourself. Maybe I'm just the most recent failure in the line of failures that is our family. I'm leaving now. We can't even talk to her. Yeah, this is... I didn't realize we were going to start with this in this episode, but this is where the game, I think, takes a turn. The thing is, there is an earlier scene, not with Mom, but there is an earlier scene with B in particular that we didn't get to because we spent that day with Greg. But there is one time when you can have a real proper argument with B. But if you don't have that, then this is really where the game starts to get... turn you into an emotional wreck. Because fuck, I hate that. You had such a good relationship with your mom the whole time, and then suddenly it all comes out. And the horrible thing is, I don't know, it's hard not to sympathize with both of them. Oh, hang on, I can see something here. When the flood happened that one year, this pole fell over, and I was scared it would somehow electrify the water all over the neighborhood. And it stayed that way. And I was kind of afraid of taking a shower or turning on the faucet for weeks. After the flood, it laid in our yard for 2 weeks. Like a big dead thing. But then they put it back up. And I could see it from my window at night. And it felt spooky for some reason. Spooky pole. Undead friend. Watching me from the curb. Yeah, Mom really did start it, but we're gonna find out more stuff about like the context of where both May and Mom are coming from. No Chasakov today. So I don't think we need to be up here on the roof, do we? No, let's go down. But it really is hard, like when someone just is in that kind of mood and you get into a fight and you're just not prepared for it and you're just like, wait, what's happening? Because like if you knew what, like being blindsided, I feel like is the thing that makes you agitated more often than not. And oh look, there's a little glitch there. If you jump off the ladder here, the jack-o'-lanterns are in front of May, but they're not if you jump from the road. Huh. Huh. I found a bug. Should log it. I haven't logged a bug in years. That'd be fun. That's my old game tester vibes. Selmers! Whoa, decorations! Girl, you can't mess around on Halloween. Jeez. Wanna hear a new poem? Fuck yeah, sure. Bats and moon against the gloom. The night is black. I made a snack.
Thank you, Starfucker.
My gosh, thank you so much for the sub. Oh my god, I'm not speaking. I can't see my mouth moving. One sec. Let me get my mouth moving. Thank you. Thank you so much. 6 months? What the hell? Oh my god. What's a hello? Oh my god, thank you so much. Oh, I can't believe it. And we've got... I microwaved pizza I saved. Though pizza cold is breakfast gold. That's so true. It really happened. Big Halloween fan here. Yeah, me too, obviously. You going to Harfest? Nah, staying here for the trick-or-treaters. You're a saint. Selmers is a saint. Harfest is dumb. Really? I love it. I mean, are you 8 years old? No, I'm not. Eh. Yes, I was speechless at your generosity, D-Keeper. Thank you so much. I always want to say Dungeon Keeper. That's when I want to say your name. But thank you so much. And thank you for being one of the people who watch my YouTube stuff. I put effort into those damn thumbnails. I'm glad that someone is watching. I put way too much effort into those thumbnails. Gosh, you're gonna make me feel all fuzzy. Like May. I'm all fuzzy like a kitty. Oh, I should ask, by the way, while everyone's here, is sound okay and everything? I'm not too loud. Game's not too low. Please confirm if something is wonky. Oh, look who it is. Oh, let's have a look first. Breathe some fire already, dude. Howdy. You waiting for someone? Well, I think I'm being stood up. A date? Not the kind you mean. Honestly, a big part of my job is someone calling, me heading out, and them not showing up. You were meeting them at the statue of Saint Rubello. Yeah, the fire-breathing guy, who like ate people. That's a bit of an oversimplification. But yeah, basically. Cool guy to have a statue of. Outside of the church, I mean. Well, I didn't put it here. But can't we learn something from Saint Rubello? Breathe fire. Sure. The statue is part of our Encourage Criminal Acts outreach. It's working. How's the situation? The situation? With Bruce and stuff. We wait and see. And pray. Friggin' love her, actually. You gonna get out to Harfest tonight? Dunno, maybe. Keep it to myself. You should say hi if you're there. I'll be there. Okay. We'll see, I suppose. Well, we will see, Bruce, we will. Dungeon Keeper was one of the first games I really got hooked on. Same for me. I used to love... actually, not the first one. I got into the second one. I don't actually know if I've ever played the first one. But I really love Dungeon Keeper too. I play that a whole lot. Let's go to church. See if we can do a peace treaty. I'm busy. Nope. No peace treaties with Mom tonight. I tried a bit of one of Dungeon Keeper games, but I couldn't play much on my PC at the time. That's fair. That's fair. Had difficulty not overheating after long enough. Oh wow, yeah. Oh, actually, I remember our old PC had that as well. Our old 8 gigabyte PC, top of the line once upon a time. That would have been around the time I played Dungeon Keeper, I think. Whew. Right. Yeah, we're not going to make friends with Mom today, I don't think. That Ferris wheel looks like a nightmare. Thanks, Colleen, that's helpful. What's wrong with it? I don't trust giant load-bearing machines you can assemble and disassemble in one day. It's the hit record. We've always had a hit record at Harfest. Yeah, since 1984. Maybe that's a clue that we should retire it. Shut up, Andrew. Okay, everyone, let's just take a step back here and cool down. We are going to have the hit record at Harfest tonight. Fine then, I'll send all lawsuits your way. Bring it, Colleen. Oh my god. Who cares? Time to steal a pretzel? Oh no, we don't need to steal more pretzels. Ah, ha ha ha. Let's see if the teens are here. No teens either. A spooky one. Where is everybody? What? Oh my god, we used to do that. Awesome. Well, you go easy on my street. Deal. Are they gonna do tricks on our street? Ah, that hurt my lips. Doing that noise. I've got such chafed lips. It's getting to that time of year where I get really dry lips. Hence why I need to drink so much water. So I'm thinking, if I remember correctly, I believe that this stream is going to end at a time where it would actually be quite fitting to play the prequel games. There are 2 prequel games. They take just about 2 hours total to play, and they're included with the game. And I think maybe we'll do that on Thursday. Hope everyone is doing okay, by the way. What's everyone been up to? Have you had time to play some games? What have you been playing? My babies have left the nest. Yep, ratties are gone. They grew up. We don't need to steal any more pretzels. We don't need to go and check on them. Rats are all grown up and gone. Ooh. Mostly doing some laundry. Had a house meeting about being a co-op and various other things. Now just having food. That's all cool stuff. Yeah, I remember you were talking about the co-op before. That sounds very, very baller and epic and poggers. Ah, there she is. That's her we're looking for. You hyped for Harfest? Harfest is pretty dumb, right? I'm gonna watch a bunch of old Dracula movies from the 60s. That actually sounds really cool. It is. Gonna get a pizza too. All to myself. Wow, you have life way more figured out than I did at your age. Really? What were you doing then? Hanging out in really embarrassing places online. Yep. See ya. Later. Right. Actually, we can say more. Let's do it. Oh, no. Something tells me that's not going to be the last time we see our rat babies. Don't think we need to worry. Hello. Happy Halloween. Hey, you too. You feeling spooky? Oh, extremely. Can't you tell? Do spooky face. Angus, you're just smiling. And it's adorable, not scary. Oh. Nice effort, though. Angus is so sweet. Gosh. He's so cute. The big cute bear. Whomst we love. Oh gosh, yeah. We can talk about embarrassing online places along. I've figured out what this. I think this. See, it's happening on the hat as well. It must be that some objects have like their value, like their depth value, is if you're jumping from a certain distance, I guess that affects like where your sprite's depth value is, and some of these objects will be in the wrong one or something. I don't know. I'm not like a developer, but like I think it makes sense as a thing, I guess. You going to Harfest? Nah, I'm gonna watch the game. Is there a game tonight? Well, no, but I was gonna watch my fav highlights. Why don't you come out? Might be good. Stretch your legs, see the parade. Ever seen the game live? Nah, never. Coming out to Harfest, you never know. Yeah, alright. Yeah, go Smelters. Go Smelters. I like how it increasingly becomes clear that them saying go Smelters is just an affectionate, like, a thing they say because they can't actually say something really affectionate to each other. Like, that's their way of just, like, expressing friendship. Yeah, exactly. Have you seen the game? They only talk about sports, but, like, they clearly are talking... They're talking past the sports. Like, he's not asking him to go to the game, he's asking to hang out. But he can't say, I want to hang out with you because you're my friend and I like you. What's in the news? Halloween crime down this year. What counts as Halloween crime? Burning stuff, vandalism, pagan stuff. While the night's young. Don't you do any pagan stuff out there? I'm gonna do all the pagan stuff. I'll call the cops if you do any pagan stuff. Cops got nothing on demons and fell spirits. Ugh. Yeah, cops can't touch the pagan stuff. Heck no. Yeah, I kind of think so. It's like, it's so understated, but like, it's all the subtext is so adorable. It's just like a beautiful friendship between two guys who can't really express it. And we're gonna go talk to our friends in a bit, but first, I think we're gonna... Oh, hang on. Oh no, I thought I was missing something. Let's go past the click clack. Bam, ba, da, 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 da. Oh, there we are. Hey, Germ. Hey, May. Hey, I'm Scams. Scams? That's Jenna. Hi. Hi. I'm Bildon. And I'm Germ. I'm May. I completely forgot what I was going to say. Hey, Germ, you coming to Harfest? Maybe. Are you guys going? Yeah, we might hop over. Check out the party. I mean, y'all got ghosts here for real, right? Yeah. What? Lil Joe, you know? Yeah, man, total legend. My man Tapeworm? Out in Bright Harbor? He told me he never got off in this town. Because of the ghost. Oh, that's a load of crap. He sneaks into rail yards and snatches up the good and the pure. Well, you kids got nothing to fear then. Damn it, old timer, we're pure as the air. Alright, well, I guess I'll see some of you there. Nice to meet you. Same, little lady. See ya, Germ. See ya. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Fuck yeah, Germ. Well, we're gonna have a real ghost. That'd be amazing. Can't go into the food donkey. Right, Greg rules, okay. Hey man, how's things? Good, Harfest Rush. No one's in here. You missed it. The horror. Ow. I done got horrored. Getting horror at work is the worst. When I had that job that one time, I worked the longest night rush. You know, you've never mentioned having a job. Ugh, that's a story for another time. Anyway, you're here now, and I'm here now. And it's a lovely day, and I was worried I'd have to smash these light bulbs all by myself. So what's up? I'm very interested in this light bulb smashing. Hell yeah, dude. Fuck yeah. Oh. I'm not very good at them. Go on. Boom! There we go. This is gameplay. Ow! Ow, jeez! Ba-blam! Oh, try to avoid it. Ah, what the F? Oh, I missed it. I got hit, and I also missed it. Hang on, come on. I got this one. There we go. I did the math on how much these things cost. Oh, come on. Why can I not miss them? I can't dodge. Alright, well, we smashed light bulbs. I feel like I've smashed. I've have like a weird memory of having done it, but I couldn't tell you the context. We gotta go to the old pickaxe. Oh, can't go to the old pickaxe. Oh, everything is so great and Harfesty. Which is basically just a less spooky Halloween. Whatever. I just want to head home and get ready for tonight. I could just do that, or I could wander a bit. Take in the Harfesty air. Well, I'll get home when I do. Alright, so basically now that's telling us that we're not going to hang with anyone today, obviously. Because we got Harfest. But we can go home whenever we want. And I think we can now because we talked to everyone, so... Hey, Aunt Mocop. Mocops don't carry guns, May. Jeez. I guess you need a gun for... What are you doing? Blocking off the road. Oh yeah, I wouldn't want to do that without a gun. You know how many times I've shot someone? No, tell me now. Once. You kill him? No. So you're saying you don't really need it then? You should carry a battle axe. That would be impressive. I'll look into it. So I think we are just gonna head right on home, because I think everything else is done. Pretty short day, but that's because we've got Harfest. Did we talk to this guy? Don't touch my pumpkin. Selmers. I definitely smashed glass. I think it was the tail end of children parenting themselves. Oh god, yeah. I was part of that generation. No, Mom's at work. And we'll hear all the boxes from upstairs. I've definitely grown quite a bit since then. A little bit taller. A regular bit wider. Granddad said I was sturdy. Screw it, I am sturdy. I like that canonically May is a bit chubby. Do I have any more to say on the computer? No, doesn't look like it. Oh yeah, normal clothes. Oh yeah, time to get spooky. Sweet. Witch dagger. Fucking love it so much. No sleep, Harfest. Do we have any Harfest messages? Nope. Yeah, the ear twitching is such a neat little detail. I also love all the little, like, she hasn't got a lot of facial expressions, but I love still how expressive she can be. No one down here. And also, I can't jump in this outfit. Hello? They must already be out. And it's Harfest time. Yeah, they do like tiny little things on her mouth as well. Like she'll do like little tiny little movements of her mouth, but like it totally still works. Yeah, so we can't jump now, so we can't actually go up the stairs and talk to those teens. Look at this, they went together! They did! They went together! They did! Yeah, we got a Splash'em, we got a Fortune. It's the parade! Giant pumpkin, look at that. Oh, I wish we had something like this. Go to splash him. Hold up. Colleen, how do I get into this swing? God damn it. Okay, we're fine, we're fine. Welcome to Harfest's Spooktacular Water Balloon Toss. You know what to do, or we can't figure it out pretty quick. Okay, let's go. Ooh, you hit the spooky ghost. I'm a scary spirit and I've been hit. Oh, I missed him. Gonna haunt you for that. I'm extremely cold and wet. Ah. Oh no, I'm dead again. Oh no, you've hit the evil witch. Ah, which way will I go next? Oh, I'm gonna hex you up. Ah. Ah. Oh no, I melted. I'm running away. Oh no, he's a bit harder. I think you gotta preempt him a little bit. Oops, I'm the pumpkin. You hit me, the pumpkin. You got me, the pumpkin wet. Ouch, that one hurt me, the pumpkin. I'm freezing now, the pumpkin is freezing. Oh no, I'm going away now, I'm the pumpkin. Oh my god, I'm going very fast. Hey, rattle rattle, I'm a skeleton. Come on. Come on, I'm so close. I want to get to at least 20. Oh no, I got 19. Well, that sure was something. On behalf of the Possum Springs Town Council, we urge you to support local business and enjoy our historic home. Possum Springs, more... Kathleen, no. More like Awesome Springs. Okay, we're done. Rattle 'em, boys. Right, let's do a fortune. That was a skeleton of fun. Dare you spin the wheel of destiny? Explain. None can explain the power of the wheel, save that it is in a unknowable circular soothsayer. Oh snap, is he gonna say the sooth? The sooth shall be said. Okay, I'm into this. Oh, what number of sooth are we gonna get? 1? That's not a good sooth. A mighty spin, a commendable spin. Your fortune is your future, a place you will soon be, forever. Okay, that checks out. Your card says much. You shall live. Oh god. Oh good. Sorry, I was supposed to say oh god. Until, alas, you die. Oh. Wait, that was gonna happen anyway. The cards do not lie. The wheel that chooses the card is unknowable. So this is unknowable truth. You have learned much, child. I'm 20. Well, that was interesting. May the wheel ever spin in your favor. Alright then. Yeah, I was aiming for at least 4 sooth. I feel like a 5 or 6 sooth would have been ideal, but you know. But I will say at least it was very soothing. I said it was very... Hey, hey! What you up to? Seriously? We're putting on this year's Harfest pageant. Oh, right, okay. Live from the old pickaxe. When is this thing supposed to start? 10 minutes, I think? You think? Ugh, this is a nightmare. Why did I ever agree to do this? Chamber of Commerce owes me big for this. Jeez, I hear ya. What? Okay, so here's the thing. You won't have many lines. What? I've had like 3 no-shows. Why? Because this whole thing is stupid and nobody cares about it. B? Please, it's a fun part. B? Yeah? I will totally save your ass. I might have this memorized from when I was a kid. Probably not. They rewrote it like 6 times in the past 2 years. To be spookier. So it's like 20% actual history now. And like 80% spooks. So it's like fake history now. It's like the bad remake that doesn't respect the source material. It starts off normal but gets... Anyway, you got like 5 minutes to look at your lines. Psh, I can wing it. Mate, please don't wing it. Okay. Mate's gonna wing it. Of course we're gonna help B. What do you take me for? Time to wing it. Oh, I didn't see you there. Be ye ghosts? Are ye here to hear the tale of how Possum Springs came to be? Through the mists of time I see weary fur trappers from 1793. Brother John. Yes, Brother Stephen. From this vantage point I do spy a deep hollow, and within a great dead tree, and besides with which a spring. Blessed are we, Brother Stephen, for truly my throat is parched from these long and arduous travels, and carrying these 300 beaver pelts. Let us make haste, O excellent brother. So we can basically, how much are we going to fuck up this? I don't want to be boring, but I kind of just want to try to do it right. I don't know if you feel very different to me here, but be good. Yeah, I think because we don't want to fuck B over. We're doing her a solid. Ho, travelers, spare a crust of bread for a needy woman. Haggard witch, horrible to look upon. Cruel young men, ye did not even offer one of thy 300 fine beaver pelts to warm my ancient bones. I shall curse ye and thee, and this very night ye shall perish. I am fearful. Steady, Brother Stephen. I did not venture out into these hills to joust words with a hell hag. Yee-hee-hee-hee! I was born among these trees, neath a harvest moon, and ye shall die under that moon. Brother John, I am frightened. Faith, Brother Stephen, art thou so easily shaken by the ramblings of an old crone? Come, help me carry these 300 beaver pelts. But little did anyone know that the witch did not curse in vain. Help, help! Who will help a poor traveller? By the moon and stars above us, sir, I beseech thee, what is thy trouble? You're in this? Yep. Ah, witch! Yep. I swear thee, friend, that this very day, this horrifying crone did curse my brother and I to die. His wounds. We camped by the very spring beneath the dead tree, and even now his body lieth upon the earth, lifeless as a pile of 300 beaver pelts. Oh, it chilleth the heart. Hee 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 hee! I did curse this spring, that any man who drinketh from it shall perish. Ah, I am slain. I join thee now, brother Stephen. Wow. I am also undone, for I have drinketh of the water. Don't leave me here, Greg. Bye. And yet, even there, the curse's lust for blood would not be sated. She's gonna think we're doing our best, hopefully. Gaze upon them, gaze upon these spirits. Brother, we are now ghosts. Ah, I am tormented by the accusing glare of 300 ghostly beavers. It would seem that all who die here are cursed to never leave. Doth that witch know what she hath done? Crap. For each man is determined on his path, and each path leads only to his end. Okay. And yet each path may lead to places unknown. You! From the bus station. Young witch. It is I, the god of the forest. Just didn't expect you to. Ain't that the way? So, witch, thou hast tarried too long in this world. I banish thee to wander in the night, through the stranger places. Oh God, how did you know? Young witch, let me speak wisdom to you. We begin and we end, at night in the woods. But that is not the whole of the story. This is your line. Forest god, thou hast no power here. Even now thy end beginneth. Ah, my infernal powers! Shh, young witch. Even now, the world you know endeth, and who can say what lieth in the world to come? Wow. Beware as you go, for there are ghosts. Woo! Take care. I guess the beavers just haunted them specifically? Like an insidious situation? And so was founded then this festival. On Halloween we shall celebrate the dying of the year and the founding of Possum Springs. Aye, may your ghosts decree it. The beaver population suffered a decline, and now our biggest exports are corn and pumpkins. We used to be the county seat. Now leave, before I curse you all. Oh no, audience, and that's our show. Be careful as you leave here, for who knows what may lurk in the darkness. Also be sure to pick up a flyer on your way out from the Possum Springs Chamber of Commerce. Support your spooky local businesses. All May's doing nightmare eyes. The spookiest thing of all was capitalism. Well, well, well. I think that went pretty okay. Jeez, thanks, guys. I'm never doing that again. So what are we doing now? Well, I'm going home. Angus is making dinner and we're gonna watch horror movies. Can I come? It's more of a date thing. Oh. What are you doing, B? Chamber of Commerce folks are going to a buffet up at a Ham Panther. Kinda have to go. Business stuff. I hate this. But you're good at it. Both of those things can be true. Can I come? Nope. Okay, well... Good night. Night. You played a... Oh my god, I remember that! I think... Was I there for that, or did I just see pictures? This is garbage. I vaguely remember that. That must have been when you were quite young. Fuck. Oh, anyway. Yes, you were Uranus. I played Noah in a school play. I did, oh god, I did 3 school plays that I can remember. One, I played Noah as like a mad scientist version of Noah. And in another, I played a character from an Astrid Lindgren thing. I don't think anyone outside of Sweden is going to know. We did like a weird Astrid Lindgren medley. Yeah, I think it's the video I might have seen. I feel like I probably was there because I have a memory of it. And then I played Santa in one. We did like a Christmas play and I was Santa. Yes, I was Alfred. And I sang a solo. I even sang a solo. God, you would have been very young then, because that was like when I was in like 3rd grade. Gosh. Blimey. Alright, anyway. This is garbage. Yeah, I'm kind of a bummer and way to end the night. What the? Oh my god. Hey, anyone? Shit. Where the hell did he go? Shit. May, go home. There's a guy up there on the hill. He stole some kid. He looked like a ghost. A ghost, huh? Something like that. May, you shouldn't be out here doing whatever it is you're doing. No, no one should be out here. But there's this guy. I'll drive you home, May. No! May, now. Yeah, some guy got kidnapped. Some guy totally got kidnapped. And this, my lovely friends, is where this game takes a bit of a turn. I did tell you before that this game is a slow burn. Well, it's starting to heat up a little bit. What? Emily, are you suggesting that the cops have some kind of untoward hand in these bad things going on? I absolutely shan't hear of it. Yes, why are we walking in a scary forest? Extremely good question. Aunt ACAB. Aunt ACAB is a cat. Yeah, now it's in part 3, and this is where the game takes a little bit of a thematic shift. Because we really haven't had any narrative drive at this point. It's really just been May kind of hanging around and spending time with people and exploring. But suddenly stuff is happening. And it's gonna start snowballing. Hey May, thanks so much for your help last night. Woke up and realized that I completely imposed in a big way. Thank you, I really appreciate it. I'll be at work cleaning up after last night if you want to say hello. Hey dude, sorry couldn't hang last night. Angus says he's sorry too. Band practice today because I'm in charge and I say so. Off to work, bye. I wonder what Witch Dagger sounds like. I bet they'd good. Imagine they're like shoegazy, probably. We're all looking a little bit older, I guess. Weird to take like one moment and make it like the official version of us. You're just like the same every day? What is your bird existence like? Do we have any detective books out here? Oh, of course we do. Do we have any books about ghosts? Like real life ghosts? Do we have any books for nut jobs, I guess? No, this is good. Research is good. Confront the problem head on. You are not losing it, dude. You are in fact keeping it. Very close. Hey, hon. Yeah? Come say hello, why don't you? Now this is like that icy feeling you get when you talk to someone for the first time after you've had an argument and you have no idea how this conversation is going to go. But let's give it a try. Hey, hon. Hey, mom. You look really tired. So do you. Must have a splitting headache. Well, the weather seems to agree with you. Grey and drizzly. I could go for that today. Hey, hun. Yeah? Sorry about yesterday. Me too. I said some stuff. I didn't really mean it. Well, whether you meant it or not, that isn't how we should communicate. I don't want us to stop talking. I just don't want a repeat of a few years ago. I'm really sorry, Mom. About all of it. Hey, May, you okay? I'm fine, guess I'm stressed too. Saw some weird stuff last night. Or I think I did. Want to talk about it? Later, I'm still kind of putting it together. Can we talk about school? Also later. So what are you stressed about? Well, I guess you're a grown-up now. Just spill it, Mom. After your incident a few years back, as you know, we went into some debt, smoothing it all over. Jeez, I'm still so sorry about that. It's in the past, let's not go back over it. Okay. When it came time to get you off to school, we took advantage of a kind of a mortgage to make sure you were taken care of. Okay. Well, turns out it wasn't a very good deal. And I just feel so stupid. They like to offer these mortgages to people who maybe don't have a lot of money and aren't used to getting offers like this. Why? Because the bank took advantage of us. And now they own the house, and we owe them more than it's worth. What does that mean? It means we're not sure how long into the future we'll have the house. Holy crap, we're in trouble, huh? And I'm a huge jerk? It's okay, sweetie, don't worry. What you reading? It's a book of unsolvable murders. Did they all happen? Oh, I don't know. Maybe, sure. Want to hear a real teaser? Sure. Alright, there's a man lying dead in the kitchen with a bullet wound in his head. There's a man there with him. He's got some blood on his right hand, but no gun. Huh. Last thing. The dead guy has a scar on the back of his head. Do you know the answer? Well, I don't know if there is one answer. If there's one answer. It's supposed to get you thinking. You should have been a detective. Yeah. I would have loved that. Okay, so I have a question. Ooh, what are we going to ask? Mom did apologize, to be fair. She started apologizing. What kind of scar does the dead guy have? A straight line, a few inches across, hidden under the hair. Okay, I think I got it. Wow, what you got? The guy in the room is a surgeon. He implanted a magnet in the dead guy's skull. That's why he has that scar. Then the suspect used a super magnet or something on the dead guy's forehead, which pulled the magnet out for the dude's head. Ha, that's why he has blood on one hand. Yep, and I bet the murder weapons are stuck to the fridge, holding up a piece of Aunt Dottie. Ooh, bravo, sweetie. Thank you, thank you. You'd make quite a pair of investigators. Could open a detective agency in town. Could use one right now, probably. Always work for crime solvers. Alright, I'm gonna get going. Love you, Dr. Detective. You too, Inspector Mom. We solved the murder with Mom. Yeah, the guilt is pretty hefty. And we don't even know what the incident is. Well, we kind of know what the incident is. She beat up some other kid. We don't know why, but apparently it caused a lot of problems. Yeah, no, that is the thing, and I think the whole thing about getting screwed over, like they always go for the people who are the most vulnerable to being screwed over financially. I want to go down that way. Right, we're gonna jump up here. I don't think Chazikov is out today, but we're gonna go check anyway. Yeah, it's good to be friends with Mom again. Although, yeah, the guilt is slowly eating me up inside. Oh no, Chazikov is out today. I didn't think because it was all rainy. I didn't think he'd be up there. Oh, we're gonna bound over to him. Yep. Hey, jump. Miss May Borowski. Present. Smell the autumn winds. Yeah, hard to miss it. One should not miss such a thing. Talking of, want to see some stars? Yeah. Come have a look. Ah, I'm blind. This is your own fault at this point, I would say. Alright, one is pretty close. It's right here. Found one. Let's see. A snake. Big snake. Big snake? Yep. Anything else? Big snake emerged from the earth and made war upon the villages. What villages? You know, villages. Okay. And as he wrapped himself around them, the villagers saw that they were encircled by the same big snake. And they came together. And together slew the big snake. You learn. Why did Big Snake attack the people? Do you have sympathy for the Big Snake? Geez, I don't know, but can we just keep saying Big Snake? Big Snake. Big Snake. Big Snake. Ooh. Where's the second star? Oh, we've got it, I think, pretty close. Be this one? Star located, Captain. Let us consult the guide. Ooh, you will like this one. Really? Because they are dead. Okay, yeah, I'm into it. Gramercy the medium. In life, he spoke with the dead. Really? Who knows? But when he died, his own spirit returned and spoke through him. Wait, that's dumb. How so? How did... Wait, what? His own spirit possessed his body. That's like literally the same thing as being alive. No, he was dead but possessed. By himself. Yes. Oh god, this is dumb. So, what's the moral of this one? Moral? Yeah, usually star things like this have some sort of moral. Sometimes things are just strange. That's the moral? That is our pair for today. Well, gee willikers, Mr. Chazikov. Willikers. Family guilt is a complex thing. My psychologist once said firmly that you can't blame a child for what happens when it's young, but as an adult, it's your responsibility to learn to cope with it. Wow, that was pretty great. Yes, it was. More in a couple of days? Fuck yeah. Yeah, it's extremely complex. I have spent many hours in therapy about that specific thing. It is tough because I think that is what her and her mom's argument and like the makeup conversation this morning illustrates really well, is that like, yeah, you can't really blame your child for stuff like that, but it's hard not to at least sympathize with the frustration. Like she's saying, like they had like big financial issues because something that May did, which we still don't fully know the context behind. And then also May leaves college, and she doesn't really know yet why May leaves college. So it's like they put themselves in a lot of like a kind of a dangerous, hazardous situation for that. But then also they made mistakes. You know, like they're saying, like they took this weird loan that was really not very great. But she's just frustrated and scared, really. And, like, she's frustrated she doesn't really know why this is all happening. And it's not really pointing the finger at anyone. But, like, May isn't blameless in this either. Like, she's not really communicating. But maybe there's reasons why she's not communicating. It's almost like this game is well written or something. Hey, Miss Rosa. Oh, hello, May. Feeling better? As well as to be expected, I suppose. That's good. Did you want to talk about your grandfather? Yeah. Possum Springs was built on our backs, and the backs before us. Time was they didn't pay the people in real money. Paid in little tokens and bills stamped with the company name. Good at the company store. For company goods. Back in school they showed us some of those. Weird quarters and stuff. Your grandfather remembered. His daddy experienced it firsthand. Mine boss came to town, driving a big fancy car. Night I met your grandfather. A real bastard, that boss. God forgive him. Your grandfather runs out of the dance. I think he was a bit drunk, or just stupid in some brave way. He shouts, "The guts of all bosses." He all of a sudden has a hunting knife from somewhere. And he slashes the boss's tires. Wow! Picks up a rock, put it through the windshield. Then he climbs up. I'm sorry, this part is a bit rude. Holy shit, don't stop! He pees through the windshield hole. This is amazing! Did it catch him? Nah, just me and a few other folks saw it. I trot over to him and we run off down the alley. Past the AOK drugstore. Big field, big parking lot nowadays. Stars fat and bright. I guess we were both pretty drunk. One thing led to another. Oh, okay. Wait, when was this? A very long time ago. Was he... So what happened with the car? Got towed away. Police couldn't get no witnesses. We weren't snitches about that kind of thing. Damn right. So like I said, you got troublemaker blood. Jeez, I never knew this. I don't think your daddy even knows. I bet not. You gonna tell him? Kinda, yeah. Yes. Sometime. Maybe. I wanted to pass this story along to you. It was one night, one thing he did. In a lifetime of nights and things he did. What you want to do with that is part of your story now. I can't talk much more for today. I'd like to know more about him. This is crazy. I'll see you, May. Sooner or later. Okay. Bye, Miss Rosa. Bye for now, May Broski. Yeah, script. They got paid in script. Yeah, this game, now the game is really starting to dig into all kinds of shit. And I love it. Like, this is where the game starts really kind of taking off, I would say, emotionally and narratively. It takes a while to get here, but what's so good is that the writing and the characters are so good that you don't even really notice that absolutely nothing has happened up to this point. We're like 6 hours in, like maybe even like 7 or 8 hours in, and nothing has really happened, and you're just kind of like vibing, and then suddenly it's like, fuck, story story and characters are like really like blooming. Hey, kind of a weird question, but is anyone missing? What? Like anyone you know who was out last night and didn't come back? I don't think so. What's going on? Nothing. Thought I saw something. Okay, you should tell us if this is something. Just be careful, okay? Keep an eye out. And let me know if you see anything weird, okay? I mean, you all hang out together constantly. You're safer than anyone else I know. Yeah, it's like, why is the... Oh God, they did... There's a couple of places that have done that with like company pay, and it's the grossest thing. And any place that does it deserves to burn. It's wet again. And I'm cold again. It's just rain. Hey, why are we still standing out here? Someone has to. A little bit of hand waving, love it. Boom, 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 boom. Let's see if we got anyone up here. What's in the news? Dumb girl slips off ledge, dies on street below. Area cranky man haunted by screaming poltergeist. Soggy corpse hardly recognizable, identified by teeth. Area man dies of heart attack from being scared by hooting and hollering phantom. Evidence show girl was pushed. Alright, alright. Yeah, this is a lovely song on the soundtrack. This is a really, really solid soundtrack just in general. It's very long. It's like 5 hours of music. But this is one of my favs. Hey, dude. Hey, you. Working here now? Yep, sucks. But it pays. Question, how did they fit a kitchen in there? Barely. What did you do? What do you do here? Grill man and janitor. I cook and mop. At the same time? Yes. Oh, He's trying to make things go. He's just trying to get things to go right. Making stuff happen. It's Germ. Hey. Sup, kid? You smell weird. Why is my aunt's car here? That's your aunt? Yeah? Oh, weird. That like makes you half cop. You'll never half catch me, half copper. I don't know what they're doing up there. Huh. You go to Harfest? Nah, over it. Cool, I had kind of a weird time. Weird bad time, actually. It's a guaranteed weird bad time. Yeah. Are those people from yesterday still here? Dunno. We're not like good friends or anything. Oh yeah, I don't know why I thought you'd know. I was wondering if they ever met Casey. Out there somewhere. I can ask. I used to ask. I just hate thinking about him out there all by himself. Aw, Casey's tough. He'll be fine. When you gotta get out, you gotta get out. Yeah, I guess. Well, see you at band practice. Weird talk, do you actually like watching us play? Yeah, I mean, you're not good, but yeah. Not my style. What is your style? Black metal, thrash, crossover, hip-hop. I like Witch Dagger, they're kind of metal. Oh yeah, like that Doom shit, right? Da-da-durga. Totally. What? You know, one time a guy followed me home? Like a guy from the tracks? What did you do? It was like some night back in the summer. And out of the corner of my eye, I kind of see this dude take this turn out of the parking lot and start creeping up the hill. Like 50 feet back. But like, I didn't want to look right at him. Ah! I took a detour through the woods and sat in a tree. It was getting dark, but like, I could see him standing just off the road, waiting for me to come down. Holy shit. What did you do? After it got dark, I climbed down and got up the hill real quick. Ah! Yeah, it was a weird bad time. Ah! I'm so upset right now. Haha, I know, right? See ya. Yeah, what the fuck? What the fuck happened? That's so creepy. Oh, look who it is. What were you doing out here last night? I saw someone kidnap someone, like a kid. No, we're just gonna be good. Tell me what you saw again. Someone in a big old coat with someone over their back. Uh-huh. And you chased them down here. Yeah, and I got to the fence and they were up in the woods. Alright, thank you, May. Ugh, I knew you were just gonna brush this off. May, there's been no missing person reports. That tends to happen when a kid goes missing from something like Harfest. Hell, I got 6 calls about kids out too late. There would be a report. I'm reporting. This right here. This is a report. May, there's no break in the fence. So, unless someone could jump this thing while carrying a teenager who hasn't been reported as missing. Any theories, May? It could have gone round the fence. I don't know, May. This fence goes out along the parking lots, almost to the tracks. For you to be right behind them, and then to be miraculously on the other side of the fence. Ugh. I was running around half the night, getting after teenager bullshit, and people scared of clotheslines and noises. Are you trying to kick off a horror movie? No one believes the girl who saw the ghost. Well, I have bad news for you. The cop always dies. I'm sorry, we're talking about a ghost now? He must have gone through the fence. Really, May? No. Yes, I don't know. I'm really tired. Yeah, that's kind of what I thought. Will you at least check the woods? May, me and Dan McConnell were up there this morning because of what you said last night. From the fence up to the old mine. We found a couple of teenagers on a gross mattress We saw some worried-looking deer and one deer hunter out too early. That can't be it. That is it. The cop always dies. Yeah, it's as if she knows what's going on, isn't directly involved, but also won't do anything to stop it from happening. Also a cop. That's like what most cops do. Like they're either doing the thing or they know the thing is happening and do nothing. That's just the thing, the way it is. Well, that's not strictly true, because in 40% of times cops do something. But if you want to find out more about that, you should Google cops 40%. So, I think we've talked to everyone. Did we see Laurie? Let's see if we can find Laurie. She's not up here though, she's over this away, isn't she? So I got do gross nose noises. It's still a little bit cold. War is some bullshit. You hear me, statue? I guess you were drafted. Ugh. You died before you got to enjoy the statue they made of you. It's garbage. It can't make me go to war. I'll go underground. I'll join some sort of group that's against war and stuff. We'll blow up war stuff and sabotage over war stuff. I'll live in the shadows for decades. No address. Always on the run. Living in a trailer in the desert. It'll be awesome. Who are we? By the way, I think we should... Oh, here we are. So today's my last day. Oh dear, we're gonna miss you. It happened so fast. Let us know how it is. I will. I'll come visit. Can't leave you two to fend for yourself. Oh dear, what are we gonna do without you? Y'all wanna go see a movie or something? Yeah, let me get settled in. And we can go on an outing. You'll see me whenever you go for groceries. That's true. I ain't going far. Not far at all. Yeah, do we want to hang with Greg or B today? Stop yelling at me. Stop barking at me. There she is. Oh, I can't make this jump. Made the jump. Sip. Sure, let's go with B. Sounds good to me. Did you go to Harfest? Yeah, ended up in a play because my friend B screwed it up. Cool, I ate pizza and watched Blood Gorgon. Blood Gorgon? Italian movie from like 1980. Lots of blood, but it's like theatrical and stuff. Girls' boarding school, bunch of ghosts kidnapping them, taking them to the Blood Gorgon. Yep. Is something wrong? Nah, just think I saw a ghost or something last night. Ugh, I'm not sure. That sounds kind of awesome. It was like the opposite of awesome. Oh, sorry. It's cool, I'll see you later. Good luck with your ghost problem. Thanks. No, that's true. That is very true, actually. Greg does have Angus. They can be all cute together. But we'll go and speak to Greg. Actually, hang on. We've got band practice, haven't we? So I've got to speak to B first. Oh, went the wrong way. Forgot the switches. Oh no, my water is out. Hey, B. Hey, thanks again for last night. I owe you one. It's fine, it was fun. My night got like really weird and bad after. How so? Tell you later, I guess. Still like putting it together. Okay, well, let me know how that goes. I will. I think it's band practice today. Yeah, I'm gonna go hunt down Greg. Shouldn't be too difficult. Yeah, no, he's at the Snack Falcon. I don't know how that guy stays employed. He steals constantly, breaks supplies for fun, leaves work whenever he wants. Greg plays by his own rules. Feels more like the world's plays by his rules. Whoa. I don't even know what that means. Still, whoa. Right, let's hunt down Greg. But first, let's talk to Greg's BF. You up for band practice in a bit? I guess. Weird night. How so? I'll tell you about it later. That was quick. Whoa! Is someone moving in? Probably something dumb. I miss you, pizza place. Possibilities, come back! You're such a good name. Come back. Possibilities, it was the best name. Don't leave me. I'm gonna mute my mic for a bit so I can do a big sniffle. Alright, I'm back. Sup, dude? Long night, weird night. What's up? I'll tell you at band practice. Cool. What you up to? We're gonna head out to band practice? Yeah, let's do it. Oh, I don't remember if we got to play. I'm so bad at playing. Hey, dude. You okay? You look tired. Ugh, I was up all night. And they were fixing the roof door. And it was super loud. Roof door? Yeah, the door at the top of the stairs. That goes onto the roof. Now I can, like, I don't know, run from that door down in the lobby. Up to the roof. And pee on the side of the building. Yeah, maybe not. But what's to stop random people from doing that too? Dude, it'll be fine. Sorry, I'm just tired. Fair. Ready to go? Yeah, let's do this shit. Yeah, we gotta play. Pumpkinhead guy. Oh, fucking hell. Oh my god, that is really tough. Okay. I really messed that up. It's a really tricky... There's a really tricky one to go between those buttons. I kind of miss Guitar Hero. I used to be okay at Guitar Hero. I could just barely do like hard. Oh, we're getting Halloweeny. Oh my god. Oh, fucking hell. Oh god, I'm not even vaguely doing it. Oh, fuck. Oh no, no. Don't clip this. Don't clip this. Oh no, completely lost the plot. Oh, that was awful. Oh. Angus is the singer. Angus is the singer. And then Bede is on the drums. And we play the bass. Pretty bad is what it was. I literally do not know this song. Phew. So fast. You just pushed a button. I'm so tired. Strain my vocal cords yelling. Awesome. I'm gonna sound so husky. I'll go work tomorrow. I need to go to bed, but glad I could join you tonight. Have a great evening, and well, thank you so much for joining and for chatting and for watching and for the sub. It's hugely appreciated. So I hope you have a really good day tomorrow, and I hope you can join some other time again. But if not, thank you so much. Take it easy. Everyone say bye. We're not going to go for that much longer, I don't think. About 20-30 minutes or so. And anyway, I don't even know if they're dreams or not. And this guy, who I think was a ghost, kidnapped some kid, and also I think was in my head after, while I was sleeping. And anyway, yeah, I think I need to do something, because this is scary. Well, that's not what I was expecting to hear tonight. Are you okay, dude? No, I'm kind of freaked out. It probably wasn't a ghost. Yeah, probably not. Yeah, definitely. Ugh. Okay, fine, I'll go figure this out myself. Oh, dude, don't be like that. You got us. Oh, dudes. Okay, fine. So we need to maybe see if there's like some ghosty stuff happening around here. Like from a source we can trust. Such as... Does the newspaper have like a ghost section? Whoa, why is that a dumb question? You know, we could go check the library for books about it. No, they have the local paper on file, going back a century. If there's some secret history of kidnapper ghosts, we'll find it there, probably. Oh wow, I didn't know they had that. I thought it was just like a broken down old bunch of books. When's the last time you were at the library? We actually have one of the nicer ones around. Oh, how? Rich dude who paid for it way back when. Yeah, they set up a foundation and... Never mind, let's go. Can we regroup after? Sure. Okay, we'll be back. Woohoo, ghosties. That's the spirit. Yeah, let's go to the library. Oh, we didn't get to pick this time. We got B anyways. Oh, I just remember what's going to happen in this one. This is a really good place to call it, actually. Yeah, this bit is good. This is a good bit. You're going to like this bit. Look, jobs. Weird, like, when this was painted, it was like, hey, look out the window. We're all working. Things are great. Now it's like one of the graffiti murals after someone gets shot or hit by a car. This mural is really affecting you. I forget that we live in separate realities. Mine's clearly better. This is a good bit. There should be more late night libraries. Hey. Closing in 2 hours. Okay, cool. Any idea where the microfiche are? Microfiche. Microfiche. Third floor. Okay, thanks. Up. I've used microfiche once and it was pretty neat. They had them in my uni library. Slow night. Yep. Spooky here, all alone. I'd be spooked. Eh. Larry's wandering around here somewhere. That is what we can look at, but I'll see. I want to see if there's anything over here. Holy crap! What? It's Charity Berity. What's Charity Berity? How do you not know Charity Berity? I assume this is something from school. The school of being 5 freaking years old. Alright. So this is a thing you liked as a kid? No, I hate the Charity Berity. It does look really hateable. It was like you were kidnapped by a cult, and when they were like brainwashing you, instead of some cult guy with a wavy dagger and a magic mask. That's not okay. Yeah, go on. Instead of that, it was this effing pink nightmare. You were scared of it? No, I was bored to death. He was talking forever about like being kind to others. And like, I don't know, helping an old neighbor do engine repair. That sounds nice. Charity Berity helps old Plunky fix his hovercraft. Oh no, that was the worst part. It always rhymed. Charity Berity, pink nightmarity. Charity Berity, I just don't carity. Jeez, they sure made a lot of these books. I think they're still making them. This one is pretty old. Charity Berity, danger everywhereity. That's vague and disconcerting. Could have just kept updating that one book. Right. Microfiche. Looks like someone left something open on this one. It's a resume. Bob Targ, born 1967, 50 years old. Let's see. Experience mining, construction, well drilling. I never think about getting a job when I'm old. 50 is not really old. I mean, you should have money then, right? Ideally. It should be like guaranteed. Should be guaranteed in general. You gonna join my Young Socialist Chatterbox group? Oh, was those not the microfiche? I thought that was gonna be what it was. Maybe it's past Charity Berity then. No. Da 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 da. Scabba da ba da da. Well, go up again, I guess. I thought we went to the top, but guess not. Sniff, sniff. Oh wow, it's dusty up here. It's old up here. Sure is. Maybe your ghost is up here? Yep, ghost. Or something. Whatever he was. He walked through a chain link fence, or flew over it, or something. While carrying something. Alright, well, that's even more impressive. So we're gonna go find this guy, because he took someone, and he's like somehow connected to this thing I've been going through. And that's not good. That all sounded a lot more badass in my head. It's okay, it was fine. That's a microfiche, if I ever saw one. Alright, there she is. Cool. So, I have no idea how to use it. Really? I can't know how to do everything. I'm sorry, but what expertise have you brought to this thus far? This whole thing was my idea. No, your idea was ghost hunting. My idea is to do at least a tiny bit of research on it. If you think it's so stupid, then why are you here? Because you're my friend, you asshole. Aww. Oh, we friends, Beatrice? Here, let me get this set up. We'll be here all night if your dumbass is in charge. Oh. Yes, microface. Alright, so what are we looking for? I want to steer. No. Move, I'm steering. Ow. Jeez, May. I'm sorry. Okay. How do we do this? Step 1, look at the screen. Step 2, move around and look at stuff. Step 3, find ghost. Sure. Tragedy at Stafford Mine. An explosion occurred at 6:20 AM on the Stafford Mine. All work has ceased while men attempt to rescue any survivors. So far, 3 men have been pulled out alive along with 20 dead. The explosion occurred 10 miles deep in the mine and only one group of men were able to escape before the elevator's rope snapped and the next group of men plummeted to their death. So far, hopes of finding more survivors is low. The main path to the tunnel caved in due to the explosions, and supervisors are still attempting to piece together where everyone was during the accident. This is interesting, but yeah, not exactly about a ghost. So we can basically read a couple of these articles. Some of them give some cool world building, so let's go through them. Pie piracy. Dear citizens, please make note to keep your pies safe during the pleasant weather we are experiencing. Several ladies have reported pies from their kitchens disappearing at alarming rates. Even worse, the picky culprit is leaving behind only the rhubarb pies. Until this criminal is caught or the bad weather returns, we'll remind our housewives to make use of their pie safes indoors or stick to rhubarb. My muff, stop moving! Ah! Why has it stopped moving? I don't change the thing. There we go. Thank you. No ghosts to be found here. The way you say ghost, it sounds like you don't believe me. The Stanley T. Possum statue, known to by residents as Posse, is finally slated for demolition. Posse closed in 1967, but Richard Coulson, son of Samuel, had hopes of refurbishing the statue for newer generations. Posse stood silent for close to 60 years, witnessing the beginnings of the demise of the railroad, the mines and the coke works that ushered in his existence. Teens and other vandals broke into Posse over the years, and climbing up through Posse became a rite of passage for many young people in the area. Residents have been torn over what to do with the beloved but derelict structure over the years, but 3 years ago pressure began mounting to have it torn down. A storm knocked off Posse's ear, and the next year Ralph Jenkins fell from the staircase and broke both legs. Samantha Coulson Glick, daughter of Richard, finally agreed that it was time for Posse to go. The demolition will begin at 12 PM on Saturday, and viewing areas will be set up at a safe distance. Rhubarb pie is good though. Well, they're leaving all of them for you. You get all the rhubarb pies. Progress Springs in Possum Springs. Randolph Stafford, owner of the Bell's Hole Mine Works, has partnered with Samuel Coulson, owner of Coulson Coke Works, Daniel Glick, railroad magnate, and prominent business owner Harrison Schreigeist to make some stunning improvements throughout the town. The 4 men desire to build a model of progressive living right here in Possum Springs. The old miners' double houses on Elm Street will be torn down and replaced with spacious single homes. A new elementary school will be opened nearby, along with a new state-of-the-art recreation center courtesy of Arnold Applebaum. This is in addition to the improvements Randolph Stafford promised the previously striking miners. Yeah, basically things were jazzing a while ago. There has been another sighting of the albino groundhog from a very reliable source this time. Edgar Stuter reports that he saw the pure white beast digging near Shade Gap. Mr. Stuter has declined to give any more of an exact location and implores his fellow hunters to admire this anomaly from far and leave him to his business. We could not agree more with this upstanding citizen and remind townsfolk that if you are interested in seeing an albino creature, to stop by Suter's barbershop for a peek at an albino raccoon. We're certain this will assist your mind in completing the search for the groundhog. Underground gases afflict many. The houses of Large Street has been evacuated after the discovery of gas buildup in the basements was found to have led to hallucinations in scattered members of the households. For the past several weeks, residents have been complaining of family members who begin hearing noises or seeing things that were not there. One older woman was found having an animated discussion with an empty chair. When pressed, she calmly explained that she was talking to her sister, who had passed away some 50 years ago. 2 nights ago, the son of Carson Zimmer ran out of the house and leapt into Cooper's Pond a mile up the road. Moments before this, the child had been readying for bed and, according to another sibling, became increasingly agitated. The last words he uttered were about some sort of song before he dashed out of the house and into the night where his watery grave awaited him. This last event persuaded residents to request help from officials to see if this is related to St. Leuven's lantern, a phenomenon where exposure to specific underground gases leads certain victims to experience waking dreams, auditory hallucinations, and a sense of unseen presences. Oh god. Preliminary tests indicate the gas is present in the homes, and mining officials are moving the residents until more tests can be completed. This one? No ghost. Alright, we're not going to read all of these. There's quite a lot of them. You can be here for a while. But we got a strike. Miners did a strike. Pinion line. Police snow spill on the sidewalk. Parents, please be sure your daughters are not participating in the new trend of skirts showing the ankles. I do not think we need to remind you which road of brimstone this temporary fashion trend will lead your dear daughters down. I have been witnessing more and more teenage girls coming into our town on Saturday night unchaperoned, using vulgar slang terms, certainly unfit for me to print here, and blocking the sidewalks by walking arm in arm. They are loud and also flirt with boys unabashedly while smoking cigarettes. These young ladies need to be stopped before our young ladies get any ideas or our boys fall in love with the wrong girl. Young men have been seen in Possum Springs engaging in the ridiculous behavior of wearing mismatched patterns in their suits. This type of outfit may be all the rage in Bright Harbor, but good luck getting any respectable businessman around here to employ you. You will look like rabid clowns. Councilman pushing Sky's plan for a 3rd Street is a joke. What else is there to say? Deep Hollow County mourns. Ah, yeah, that was the explosion. Lawmen died. God, 112 men died. Fuck, no. Events. Just events. Severe violence breaks out at the Stafford mine strike today. Oh, fuck, The photograph of the 2 children who were shot in cold blood. Fucking hell. Yeah, imagine if that kind of shit happened for real. Right, let's find the ghost ones. Enjoy your lurk, thank you. Sorry, my nose. I'm gonna go mute again to clear my nose. Back. As the school children are quick to inform you, Possum Springs has at least one resident who won't show up in any census survey. Little Joe, purportedly the ghost of Joe Shade, a miner who died in mysterious circumstances some decades ago, is a favourite spook story of the whimsical and weird members of our community. His most recent activities seem to involve getting up out of his coffin in the old section of Possum Springs Cemetery and strolling around, unnerving visitors to the largest graveyard in Deep Hollow County. His grave has become a destination for unruly and often destructive local youths, and as such, Possum Springs City Council is considering erecting an iron gate to protect the historical tombstones that fill the small hollow where Joe Shade lies buried. Police have also stepped up patrols in the area, so be warned, thrill seekers, you may not see a ghost, but you may see a fine for trespassing. Oh look! Scooch so I can see. Graveyard, that's a gimme. I mean, if you're looking for ghost stuff, that's where they make a lot of them. Looks like they saw him in the old section. Oh cool, that's where his grave is. I'm actually interested in that. How could you not be interested? This is like an actual dangerous ghost stuff. I like history. Ghosts are history. History that won't stay history. That's actually pretty good. Well, there was another one we went past. Spectral happenings, there we go. Spectral happenings at Possum Jump. Two local sweethearts were startled this past Sunday night as they hiked along the wooded overlook known as Possum Jump. According to the Lovebirds, at approximately 11:45 p.m, a figure appeared to walk from the edge of the cliff out into the open air and then disappeared. Forestry workers the next morning were unable to locate any evidence of anyone having leapt from a great height, leaving the exact nature of what the two saw a mystery. A decent hike up into the State Forest Hills, Possum Jump is famous for its beautiful view of the Echo Reservoir. It also holds historical importance as it hosts the lonely graves of several persons involved in the Possum Massacre. Hey, look at this! Yeah. Looks like Possum Jump. Let me read it. It's Possum Jump. Okay, yeah, that's back up in the state park, right? Yeah. Ever been up there? Nope. Gonna check it out though. Go nuts. That's actually probably only a mile or so from Mrs. Miranda's house. Back up the hills. All kinds of stuff up there. Well, I'll try to avoid any basements. Or corpse husbands. Co-signed. We got another ghosty. That was the one we saw. That was Little Joe. Ghostly rumors, here we go. Ghostly rumors haunt New Historical Society. The Possum Springs Historical Society's conversion of the Schreigeist House into its new headquarters and education center has hit a snag. Custodial head Jed Newsom has resigned, citing strange occurrences in the old manor. I'd be there after hours during my work and I'd hear someone walking around, trying doorknobs. I came out to see who was fooling, but there was nobody there, said Newsom. Trying to get this map room operational for the children, all the while I'm looking over my shoulder expecting to see God knows what. Mr. Newsom had previously requested to work only daylight hours when the other staff were present in the building, but even that proved to be too terrifying. I don't go to the off-limits area anymore. I don't go up to past the second floor and then only go to the office. I know the others laugh, say I'm seeing Lil Joe or something, but they can all go spit. Lil Joe, for the uninitiated, was a local ghost story popular some years ago. The Possum Springs Historical Society has refused to comment on Mr. Newsom's claims at this time. Hey! Ghost spotted. Historical Society? History that won't stay history. In a history place. History place? Yeah, I've never been. You didn't go back in school? I think this is when I wasn't in school. Oh, after the softball incident. Yeah, I mostly just watched TV and did therapy. Well, it actually is a pretty cool old house. Used to be owned by one of the mine owners or something. Railroad, mine, steel mill, something like that. An actual haunted house? No. Elementary school kids are there all the time. They have like summer arts and crafts programs. Oh well, still worth checking out. Okay, well, that's 3 leads. Let's boogie. Let's boogie? Also, is that it? Yeah. 3 clues, we got 3 leads. You're a regular detective. May Borowski, detective of ghosts. Alright, let's go. So we got some leads. Can I borrow your car this week? Do you even have a license? I mean, no, regardless, but do you? Nope. No license, no credit cards, don't believe in money. You just believe in other people's cars and money. I didn't choose to be born into this society. Okay, well, I have, a job, so I can't drive you around to all of these spots. I can maybe do the graveyard? I need to go there anyway. Cool, I'll see if Greg wants to do the other two. And I probably don't have to say this, but just because something happened in the past doesn't mean it's going to happen again. Hey nerd, ever hear that history repeats? It does. It does the same thing over and over again. So we've just been in a loop since we were living in caves. Yeah, that's science. Oh my freaking god. Right, let's head out. But first, look who it is! What is that Miss Quelchy? Oh wow, I haven't seen her since graduation. She was always kind of a badass. School district did not fund that art program at all, but she made it work. She was like some sort of art teacher survivalist. Wow, I never realized. I think they pay her in bits of string and empty soda cans. Thank you all for coming to this second meeting of the Possum Springs Poetry Society. Do you want to stick around for this? Fuck yeah! Hell yeah! Tonight we have new poems from myself, and Fisherman Jones, and Selma Ann Forrester. I will start us off with one of my own. She's from some big city, right? Yeah. How'd she end up here? Who knows? Ahem. Letter to my worst student. To my worst student, the subject of my stories, I tell friends back home when they ask about life, out here in the sticks. It's you. I worry, at the end of my life, you will be the one I remember. You will be the only one I remember. Why did you key my car? I know it was you, Brian. Thanks, everyone. Is that legal? What? Talking about details about students like that. She didn't name names. Yeah, she did. Okay, no full names. Next up, Fisherman Jones. Fisherman Jones has a poem for us. Two poems. They're short though. 2 poems. Take it away. Hi folks, thanks. This is called Tunnel Eels. Tunnel eels, tunnel eels. I do not know how it feels to be in darkness all the time, born in muck and raised in slime. But neither do you know paths I've trudged, so it hardly is your place to judge. Okay, that's one poem. The next one is shorter. This is called Tunnel Frogs. Tunnel frogs swim in the dark. Must think it would be a lark to be a fisherman like me. But what do you know, Phoebe? That's it. That's great. Thank you, Fisherman Jones. Dude is really worried about what fish think. A tunnel always spooks me. This guy is killing it. It's Selmers time! Selmers is gonna... Oh, we know she's gonna kill it. Finally, a poem by Selma Ann Forrester. Yay, Selmers! Thanks, May. You know her? Dude, she's like your neighbor. Oh. She writes these really fun, dorky short poems. I'm up for something short and funny. This is called There's No Reception in Possum Springs. Ha ha ha! He's not wrong. No reception here. I wave my black phone. In the air like a flare, like a prayer, but no reception. I read on the internet, babyface boy billionaire. Phone app sold, made more money in a day than my family over 100 generations. More than my whole world ever has. World where house buying jobs became rent paying jobs, became living with family jobs. Boy billionaires. Money is access. Access to politicians, waiting for us to die, lead in our water, alcohol and painkillers. Replace my job with an app. Replace my dreams of a house and a yard, with a couch in the basement. The future is yours, Force 27 entrepreneurs. I just want a paycheck and my own life. I'm on the couch in the basement, there in the house and the yard. Some night I will catch a bus out to the west coast and burn their Silicon City to the ground. Holy shit. Wow. Damn. Huh. She rhymed entrepreneur. I didn't even know what that word means. Thanks, everyone. She always like this? No. Wow. Huh. Thanks, everyone. See you in 2 weeks. Hey, Selmers. What? I like your weird poem. Thanks, I wrote it myself. Wait, was the assumption that she didn't write it hers? Nice work, Smelmer. I don't like that nickname. What are you two? Sorry. It's cool. Can we go now? I genuinely think this is one of my favorite reveals in the game, that Selmers actually is a fucking great poet. She you think, you really does make you think she's gonna do something kind of cute and quirky, and it's she fucking kills it with this amazing poet that is extremely fucking timely. But okay, enough of that. Okay, thanks for coming. We live here. Right, so find out anything about your ghost? Yeah, tell him, B. There were some old newspaper clippings that talked about a ghost. Not just any ghost, Lil Joe. I don't really remember Lil Joe. He's a ghost miner. He died in mysterious circumstances. Wow. I know, right? Mysterious. I thought you were afraid of this ghost. Filled with dread and shit. I'm terrified. Okay. So it mentioned 3 different places we can all check out. I have work and stuff. Yeah, Greg and I also have work. You guys skip out on work all the time. Maybe we can split this up. Share custody of you and your ghost. What places were you thinking about? The graveyard? I called that one. It's close and not illegal. Is there an illegal one? Sure is. The Historical Society. You know you don't have to break in. The people there get paid to show it to you. Anyway, I'm in for the Historical Society. Awesome. So what do I get stuck with? Possum Jump. I know Possum Jump. We used to go there in the Scouts. Perfect. Okay, I need to actually get home and do work. This is gonna be awesome. And also, I'm scared to death. There we go. I know his ears when Anga's this is so good. The animations of this game are so good because the faces hardly move and yet they're so expressive. Yeah, seems like that's going around. The ugh. Yep, Burrs. So, you and Mom had a bit of a fight yesterday, huh? Yeah. I thought you two were getting along. We are. Just a bump. You two. Always two alike. I guess. I go you chill in her smart-ass-ness. I just hate to see you two on the outs again. I'll be fine. We're cool. So we're having money problems? What? No, we're fine. Dad? May, it's fine. It's okay, I'm 20. I can handle it. Nothing to handle. Okay. Might just head up to bed tonight. Sounds good, kid. Been a long couple of days. Yeah, we're not gonna watch Garb and Malloy today. We're gonna go head right to bed. And I think we're gonna get a dream tonight, so we're gonna do the dream, and then that's gonna be it for the stream. I think. Most people have left anyway. Hey May, let me know when you want to go to the park. I looked up a map, and it's a pretty straight shot up to Possum Jump. Okay, great. We never really get a chance to hang out. It'll be fun, I think. Okay, I'm going to sleep. Night, sir. Tips out. Yo, I looked up the Historical Society on the internet. It's real old, but it did big renovations. Oh, really? I mean, listen, I'm not saying there's a ghost, but old stuff that just got torn up seems like Ghost Central. How so? You're a ghost hanging out in an old house, and then someone puts in a pool where you died or something? Haunted pools would be actually pretty scary. I'm spooked. I'm going to bed. Hey, let me know when you want to hit the cemetery. I should be around most nights this week. I don't know. Thanks, B. Don't thank me too hard. I'm going there anyway, and it's like right down the road. You're ruining this. Oh, in that case. You are so incredibly welcome, and also you better not forget this big favour. That's more like it. I'm falling asleep. Had fun tonight. Sorry if I was grouchy. It's just... It's fine. Wait, did you fall asleep? Lol. Alright, Betty Bice. Betty Bice for May. Oh, I love how she gets into bed. She throws herself in like a big pile. Yeah, dream time again. Of course. So we're gonna see if we can find these music lads again. Oh, there was one. I missed him. We fell past. Come on, Amy. Amy, get up. There's one. Oh, big fish. One over here, probably? Seems likely. There are people floating in the sky upside down. That's weird. I don't want people to do that. It's probably not good for you. And... number 2, violinist. I guess we gotta head up. Oh no, we're heading down. Look, it's pointing us... You can actually see there in the frame where you get a little light. That's where it's pointing you to go. So you're not completely blindly running. Then I guess this way? I just love these bits, are so good, and I love May's scary eyes. And the sound design here is just immaculate. Can we climb on those? Nope, we cannot. I'm not smoking. Ooh, or we need to go to the bathroom. Thankfully, this shouldn't take long. Ding ding dong ding dong ding ding dong ding 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 dong ding ding. Are we going up again? Let's go. Yeah, it's right above us. Final musician, and then we just gotta go up. Think we gotta go up again? Maybe we do need to go down? Yeah, no, here we are. Yeah, we're going down. What spooky giant animal are we gonna see? Well, oh, it's a big swan? A big bird, anyway. Ate the big fish. Blimey. Big fish. Well, we had a microfish before. Now we had a big fish. And that's going to be it for this wonderful Tuesday evening stream, I believe. I think we're going to take you over and say thank you so much to everyone who's been watching. I've had a really nice time. It's been great. Thank you everyone for the subs and anyone who lurked, everyone who was in the chat. I always super appreciate it. So I think, who is going? Let me see very quickly, see who we can send you off to raid. I will be back on Thursday, and I think maybe we're going to play the prequel games then. I'll see if I can get them to work. But I'm going to send you off to Casey. We haven't actually raided Casey for a little while. So we're going to say hi to Casey. Please say hello from me. But that's going to be it for me for this evening. And we'll be back on Thursday. And yeah, take it easy, everyone. Thank you all so much for tonight. It's always wonderful to have you. And I will see you in a few days. Bye-bye.